pleased you're back for another Living Room Requests.
Welcome, everybody. That's Patricia Hammond.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Matt Redman.
That's correct. And we're progressing into the 70s of numerous episodes of this little series. Today's a special one because we're singing a song, finally, that has never been recorded before.
Yes.
We've waited over 100 years to hear this. Stay tuned.
I'm dressed like a Pierrot act 1902. This happened entirely by accident.
You really are.
Matt said that what's it called? Click-through rate? The click-through rate, which is what? When
people click when the video's
when they look at the video
somewhere on YouTube.
And whether or not they click when they see it, right? The click-through rate is higher the lighter coloured the clothing we wear. So I said, well, I've got one white sort of dress. And he said, well, wear it. So this is it. And then I sort of added this to it, and then I put my hair up because I looked too Sarah Brightman in Phantom, and it just gradually I just ended up looking like a Pierrot, so totally by accident. Anyway, we're going to start with Noel Coward and a request from Suzanne for Mad About the Boy, which I've never done before, even though it is fairly well known now.
1932. The regular viewers will have thought that this was for John.
Yes. Well, I'm sure maybe John will enjoy it. I met him at a party just a couple of years ago. He was rather over-haughty and ridiculous, but as I'd seen him on the screen, he cast a certain spell. I basked in his attraction for a couple of hours or so. His manners were a fraction too meticulous. If he was real or not, I couldn't tell. But like a silly fool, I fell mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. On the silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Although I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really shouldn't care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in a flurry of her first affair. Will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because I'm mad about the boy. It seems a little silly for a girl of my age and weight to walk down Piccadilly in a haze of love. It ought to take a good deal more to get a bad girl down. I should have been exempt, for my particular kind of fate has taught me such contempt for every phase of love. And now I've been and spent my last half-crown to weep about a painted clown. Mad about the boy. It's pretty funny, but I'm mad about the boy. He has a gay appeal that makes me feel there may be something sad about the boy. Walking down the street, his eyes look out at me from people that I meet. could employ a little magic that would finally destroy this dream that pains me and enchains me, but I can't because I'm mad about the boy. He had to choose the most difficult possible instrument to play all those chromatics. And also, I have to apologize here. That was pages 118 to 125 in the Noel Coward Songbook, the one with all the songs in it. That was a lot of pages, and poor Matt, he had to worry about when I was going to turn each one, what was coming up. Anyway, thank you, Suzanne. That was very interesting to do and to add to the old repertoire.
So for anybody who hasn't seen this
something
series before, it's very simple. You just click the description of this YouTube video, show more, and also the little down arrow just down there on mobile and on tablets. Mobile. So basically, it's very simple. You can just click on that link or go to patriciahammond.com/request. You pay £33 or equivalent local currency on PayPal. Let them take their cut. We get the rest. And then you wait and voila, it appears before your eyes on this very channel. Does it not?
Before your eyes, yes, absolutely.
Has that not happened?
Every song requested.
Times?
Yes. Absolutely, more than 300.
Okay.
Now this one is this was the first one, and we keep saying any song, and even a song that hasn't been. There's a strange. Some people send a request and they send an accompanying YouTube link so that we can hear how it goes. Which thank you.
Great.
But we don't need that because we can read music. So that we like to invite people to ask for pieces of music that have never been recorded. For example, this one. Thank you to Peter Lundberg, Lundberg. Hello, Peter. He's marvelous. It's his birthday tomorrow or the next day. And what a great present to buy oneself, to hear a piece of music that's in your collection, because he's a ragtime fan and expert and collector of sheet music, and he has this piece of music from Joseph Lamb himself, the legendary Joseph Lamb, one of the big three. There's Scott Joplin,
Absolutely.
James Scott, and Joseph Lamb
of the ragtime solo piano composition boom. So this. Oh, sorry. Go on.
No, I was just going to say Joseph Lamb. He adored as a teenager. He taught himself to play the piano, and he adored the works of Scott Joplin. And he went to this ragtime music seller, getting sheet music and buying it and being all fanatical about it. And there was this man in the shop. And he kept saying, like, oh, I really love the works of Scott Joplin. And this man in the shop kept sort of showing him recommending other pieces of Scott Joplin. And he said, I wish I could meet Scott Joplin one day. And this fella said, well, that's me. So more or less. So he met him, and Scott Joplin was really, really nice for this young man and introduced him to the sheet music publishers, and actually helped him get his first sheets of music published. And Joseph Lamb stopped writing in 1920 pretty much because ragtime had kind of finished, and his first wife died of influenza in the epidemic. And then he lived to see his own revival in the 1950s when ragtime was suddenly a big thing again. And he lived to see his own, which I think is lovely. He started writing again, which is quite lovely. Anyway.
And I'm going to play the zither banjo, which was the other popular instrument, or the classic banjo, i.e. the banjo played with gut strings and one's fingers, which was the other popular instrument apart from the piano and the mandolin of that time.
Reveal different things in this piece.
So Peter says, apart from his rags, Lamb's songs seem to be more robust, catchy, fun type numbers, and this is such a short, soft interlude.
Yeah.
I got it from Mrs. Lamb. This is important now, listen. I got it from Mrs. Lamb shortly after I had written Joseph Lamb. Unfortunately, he procrastinated in writing a return letter and passed away. So Peter was fortunate enough to get
this piece of music.
It's for his wife.
It's lovely. It's a sentimental piece. It's not like ragtime. It's something different. As he says, it's an interlude. It's called Love in Absence. Away from you, my darling, there is sorrow for the sight of one so true. But memory comes and from her soul I borrow the beauty and the grace and voice of you. Thus absence, oh my fair one, cannot sever fond hearts whose love each moment doth renew. I'm hearing and beholding, dear, forever the beauty and the grace and voice of you. Away from you, my darling, there is sorrow for the sight of one so true. But memory comes and from her soul I borrow the beauty and the grace and voice of you. Thus absence, oh my fair one, cannot sever fond hearts whose love each moment doth renew. I'm hearing and beholding, dear, forever the beauty and the grace and voice of you. The beauty and the grace and voice of you. Oh, that's lovely. So that's the first time that's ever been recorded. You heard it here first on Living Room Requests.
An authentic banjo, and I should note that a lot of classic banjo music is in C major or G major, just like 5-string bluegrass banjo, and that's actually in D flat major. So if you thought that it was a little not that the banjo is the most resonating instrument in the world, but if you thought it was particularly
plunk,
dead,
plunk.
that's why. But anyway, I thought I would play it in the original key so it would keep Patricia's voice high in the 1900s parlor
Idiom.
song style.
Yep. And we also put a repeat in there because it's a very, very short piece.
Yeah.
And we wanted to give you your full money's worth.
Very nice. So now we're going to do...
We got creative in the cadenza coda thing.
Yeah. Now we're going to do... what is it?
1909 that was.
Thank you. Honestly, thanks so much for that. Everybody else is going to be making their requests in a similar vein of unrecorded songs.
Yes, sheet music. If
What
you
are we
want to
doing
hear what
now?
it sounds like. I mean, obviously Peter could play that. So he'll know exactly what we did. But to hear somebody whose speciality it is to do that, or to hear us, what we sound like, and it's... Anyway, this is Jerome Kern. This is from 1937, and it is called Our Song. Do you need to stop that machine and start it again? No, it's okay. Our Song, and this is a request of John's.
Which film was it, and who sang it in the movie?
Grace Moore sang it, the Tennessee Nightingale, as she was known. Or was it? I think that's what she was known as. I used to be called the Canadian Nightingale for a very brief time. It was a nickname.
Can still be if you want.
Nah, it's fine. I wouldn't object. But I used to have a blog under that name, and and management and things like that. But anyway, whatever. Our Song, Jerome Kern, and Grace Moore sang it in a movie, and I can't remember what the movie was called, but
It says on the sheet music in the title.
Does it? Oh, For You Alone, from the film For You Alone. What do you know? It's a thing called
Very
reading.
twisty and turny piece of Jerome Coventry into his more famous songs. You can see this is just a very it's quite an advanced film popular composition, and I think it's
It's
neglected because it's hard to sing.
Which is funny because it contains the line, "Our song's simple enough for a child to sing." Also, it contains the nonsense line. Sorry, Dorothy Fields, but this is nonsense. It says, and the words, "Who writes the lovely words that all the happy birds adore to sing?" Well, she's hearing something I'm not hearing because I've never heard a song. Well, there are birds that sing words, but I wouldn't say they sing it.
If you are enjoying this kind of variety, you can like the video, or you can subscribe if you're not already, or share it to others.
Or you can write underneath, "Shut up, Patricia, you talk too much."
Here we go.
Tell me, please, who writes the melodies that ripple through the trees in early spring? And the words, who writes the lovely words that all the happy birds adore to sing? From above, with care and love, the wondrous music floats down. When we met, a theme was set. We've but to write the notes down. A song fresh as a glorious day in spring. A song simple enough for a child to sing. Something fine of a design that's yours and mine forever. A song gaily will fashion its song. It tells of a passionate joy when love danced along and we learned a song. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have held that as long as I did. I just held it, you know.
I think holding it is an alternative to repeating the chorus, and that worked. I really, I
enjoyed that.
As a composer and arranger and improviser musician, I enjoyed a lot of the
Forget him.
twists and turns. Well, a lot of people who sing don't do that, or they don't understand the harmony to the same level. I particularly enjoyed a lot of the twists and turns, but I can appreciate
That'll be a burn from anybody else.
Why the jazz musicians did not take hold of this one as much.
Oh right, yes, this is the
too many twists,
twists,
and too many margins for error.
See, they're all songs to me, but he knows which ones are standards.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Anyway, listen, I wanted to tell y'all something.
What do you want to tell y'all?
That if you enjoyed this video, I already said that one. I've got another line. If you enjoyed this video, very soon on your screen will be coming up another one of our videos, very likely from this series, and I urge you to click on it because clearly if they've got this far, they're into the mood and the zone and understand sort of what we're getting at in Living Room Requests, don't they?
Can if you want.
So we'd appreciate that. Otherwise, we'll just see you on the next one here.
Next one.
Twice a week.
I have no other white dresses. This is it.
Enjoy it. Bye-bye.
Bye.